poster, the first thing you need to do is go into Pages, create a new document. Here's my new document. Then in your new document, go File, Convert to Page Layout, and press Convert. And that means you won't be able to type in here. You'll have to use a text box. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Now, the other thing I want to make sure I do is I want to be able to see the whole poster. I've got to be able to design. I don't want to just design on the top part. So I want to just zoom a little bit where I can see that poster. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get my product here. Here it is. I've cut it out using Preview. I'm going to select all, or Command A, and copy. Command C, or again, edit, copy. Then I'm going to paste it in here. Now I've got my product. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. And I want the color of the background to help relate to this picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a shape, put this shape in the back here, and I'm going to right click on it and send to the back. I want that color to be a color that's close to here. So I've selected the shape. You can see the color over here. I'm going to click on the color wheel, and then I'm going to click on this eyedropper, and I can choose a color from in here. So let's choose that color. Okay, and I can play with sort of the tones of that color if I want. So maybe it's going to be something around there. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to lock this in the background, because I don't want to be selecting things then moving the background as well as this. So I'm going to select the background and click on Lock. I've got that up in my toolbar here. You can do that quite easily if you go to View, Customize Toolbar, and all these things you can drag whatever you want up in the toolbar. I recommend Lock, Unlock, Copy Style, and Paste Style. I recommend those. And so now I've locked it. I could also lock it by going to Arrange and Lock or Unlock. So now the background's locked, so it won't move. I can't move that around. I've got this here. I'm going to now insert my text box. So let's go, I'm going to make this, it's called Featherball. I'm just going to change this font here. Let's choose this font there. I'm going to make it a lot bigger. Let's see how it looks here. There we go. There's a few things that I can do when I've selected the text here. In the text section, I can also change the character spacing. So maybe I put them a little bit closer together or a little bit further apart. I have those options, a few things that you can do there. I want this color to sort of match more something in this product. So I'm going to select it. I'm in the text and go to the color wheel. I'm going to use that little eyedropper there. So I want something maybe a bit darker. Let's find something a bit darker in here, maybe that. And there we go. Now when I look at that, what does that look like? Okay, there we go. It's not black, it's quite dark. I could, if I want, choose to make it a little bit lighter. Okay, there we go. And now I wanted to make two separate text boxes, feather and ball. And the reason I want to do that is because I want it to be able to move around. Now sometimes you'll see this happens. I've got this text and I move the text box close to another and it moves it out of the way. So what you need to do is go to Arrange and turn the text wrap to none on both of these things. So now when I move this closer, it won't move it around. Now here's the benefit of this copy style, paste style. So if I select this and I go copy style, now I go to the ball there and I go paste style, it makes it exactly the same size, exactly the same spacing, and I don't have to go through and do that again. So now, I've now quite quickly made a poster that the color scheme is working. I've got a font that I want. I can move these around. I can try something a little bit different. So one of the recommendations I have when you're making a poster is, so this is my first iteration of this poster. So I go to View and Show Page Thumbnails. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this so you can see around the outside it's yellow. See that? So I've selected it, and then I'm going to go Command D, or File, Duplicate, no, it's just Command D. And here it is. So now maybe I'm going to try this. I won't lose the work I've done on the first one, but maybe one of the things I want to try is maybe I'm just going to turn it this way. Let's go, actually let's go the other way. Let's go 90 degrees this way. And let's put this over on this side. Maybe I'm going to try this. I want this maybe a bit bigger. Let's go quite a bit bigger. Let's go, oops, not 1500, that's too big. 150, let's try that. So now, maybe I'm going to try, there we go. I kind of like that. And then I'm going to turn this one as well. Now I could rotate it and try to get it to 90 perfectly, or I could just go in here and type 90. So now I've got this. And maybe I do want that a bit smaller, maybe not that small. Let's try 120. Okay, so now, again, I can start playing around with how my poster might look. So now I've got my first option, I got my second one. Maybe I'm going to try it again and duplicate this. And maybe I like this, but I'm going to try this with a bit of a different color. Maybe I'm going to choose a white and see if that does something that I like. So now, you see, I don't have to, I can go back to this really quickly. I can go to look at this one. Maybe even here I might try something different. I'm going to go to image, style. Let's try a shadow. Let's try a contact shadow. See that shadow down there? I kind of want it a bit closer. Maybe it's going to be like that. Opacity, I'm going to make it a bit darker. There we go. Blur, a little bit less blur. There we go. So now, I've now been playing. I started with this, which was okay, and I'm giving me a chance to play around with my poster, and I might have a bunch of different ones on the side here where I've created a bunch of different posters, but I'm going to make little changes along the way, and you can see what changes I've made, and I still don't lose what I've done. I can easily go back to my original.